What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be playing with the BH Cosmetics Daisy Marquez palette. I was super excited to try this once I saw that she was coming out with her own palette with them. It's a super beautiful palette, and so basically in this video I'm going to be talking all about my thoughts on this palette. I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this look, so if you're curious to see that, then just keep on. So today we are going to be playing with the new BH Cosmetics and Daisy Marquez palette. I was super excited when I got this in the mail. I ordered it maybe about a week ago and I haven't touched it, played with it, or anything since I got it. So here are the shades in the palette, and I will go ahead and pop in the swatches in the next clip. That way you guys can see each specific shade if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have. So as you can tell, whenever you open it, the mirror actually comes detached from the palette itself, and that's so that you can prop it into this little spot here and then kind of use it as like a vanity. So good for travel. I think it's really practical. I like that about this palette, and that's something that we've never seen before. So I think that that's super cool how she went ahead and did that with hers. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. I don't know what kind of look we're gonna do today, but I'm gonna try to use as many shades from the palette as I possibly can. So I'm gonna start by going into Flower. I'm always super curious about the yellow shades in a palette because yellow is kind of one of those shades that doesn't always turn out as vibrant and pigmented as you want it to be. So I'm gonna put this really high up, almost above the crease. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and dip into this red shade. This is Karma, and I'm just gonna blend that in the crease into that yellow shade. Going back in with the brush that we had that yellow shade on and blending right where the red and the yellow meet. Now we're going to go ahead and dip into Vintage. It's this really pretty reddish brownish type of shade, and I'm just blending this in the crease as well to kind of tone down that red shade. So I'm actually really curious about this deep purple shade. Purples are really hard to get right, and I'm just gonna focus this in the outer V. It's actually really pretty. So I'm just bringing that into the inner crease. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and dip into Bittersweet, which is this deeper purple shade. And just gonna build that in the outer V as well. Taking a flat brush, I'm just spraying it. We're gonna go ahead and go in with Stunt all over the lid. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Lucid. I think this would look really pretty on top of Stunt. Taking the same brush that we laid down those deeper shades within the outer V, I'm just going in and blending this outer corner into the metallic that we put down on the lid. So now I'm just taking that same Lucid shade and popping that right on the inner corner. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back in with Karma. Next, I'm gonna go into Flower again and blend that red shade out. Lastly, we're gonna go back in with Bittersweet. Visions of you and I. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my mascara and pop on some lashes, and I'll be right back to kind of wrap up this video and give you my final thoughts. So now that my mascara and lashes are done, we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit more about this palette before we close out this video. So I really do like the concept that you can kind of tuck the mirror in here and make it more of like a vanity. I think that's super convenient, super cute, super innovative. Like I said, really love that aspect of this palette. As far as the color story of this palette, I do think that Daisy did a really good job in deciding which colors she wanted to add into this palette. I think that you can do a ton of different looks, from more subtle looks to definitely more looks with like pops of colors, that type of thing. I didn't really come across any problems blending or with pigmentation. So overall, I really do enjoy this palette, and I would recommend it just off of my first time using it. Everything just kind of like flowed together and worked together really nicely. I didn't get to use all of the shades in the palette, but the ones that I was most curious about, specifically these more purple toned ones, actually worked out really well for me. They weren't patchy or anything like that, so I really have high hopes for the rest of the palette. But you guys will see me using this again on my channel for sure, and I'll be sure to incorporate some of the shades that I didn't use today, so stay on the lookout for that. I'm not gonna lie though, when I first got this palette and opened it up, I did think that the pan sizes were a bit small, but for the price, I'm not really mad about it. But let me show y'all. So this is my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Look at this pan size, and then look at this pan size. There's a noticeable difference. So right off the bat, from looking at palettes like this with this pan size, this did look really small initially, but I mean, I still think that you can get plenty of use out of this palette, especially like I said, for the money. It's really not a bad deal. So those are my thoughts on the palette. I hope that this kind of gave you some insight and helped you make a purchasing decision. I really enjoy the palette. I can't wait to use it again. I think the look came out beautiful. So anywho, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.